What's going on, guys? Today we are going to talk about the taillights and how you wire them. So this is my way on my car. This might be different, or your way might be different. So I want to put a quick disconnect. So putting the shell on and off and keep it driving. So here's my quick disconnect. We used male-female plugs, 3 wires from I think this was either Amazon or eBay, I don't remember, but you can get them anywhere. A couple of things. I purchased some wire online and it was aluminum, so I didn't like how it was soldering to copper. So what I ended up doing, going back to the wires that I cut off, and I used the Mercedes wires. And the nice thing is, if you cut this piece, all your extra wires are going to be the same length, right? And you can just pull one off. They're uniform, okay? And then what we use to solder them together is this pre-preg butt splice connectors with solder. I'll show you how they work if you haven't used them. It might be intimidating, and your guy might be trying to crimp them instead of solder them together. So. You'll find most of these wires are in 20 gauge. And again, this is just an example. The tool I like is, I think this is for like home electricians, but it has a good set of dikes on there. So make sure you insert the butt splice. You want to end up about a ½ inch and just work them together. So to melt the solder and shrink tube, I like to use this. I tried the soldering iron, but it was just taking too long to heat up every time. So I just got this mini torch. And what I like to do is figure out that it's a little hot, so as it starts, I have to keep pulling the outside and heating. So, and you can see this, I don't think you can see it, but the solder melted and it spread. So I'll let it cool down. But this is how I'm splicing my wires, so just so you know. Don't buy the cheap stuff from eBay. Have some alligator clips handy. This will help. I also like to find a good ground with a stud and just have it handy for troubleshooting purposes. So this one's connected to one of the studs here in the car. My setup's complete, so we're kind of working it backwards a little bit. So when you remove the headlights assemblies, you'll notice that the turn signal bulb housing lives right here. When you remove it, put this aside, so you end up with the turn signal fog lights, side marker light, and headlights. Okay, so today we're gonna focus on the turn signal, running lights, and parking light, all in one pigtail, which is 3 wires to take care of all 3 lights. So first things first is you're gonna cut this off, okay? Or what you could do is, when you open up the back shell, you'll notice that there is. Hey Dan.
Hey, I'm just gonna leave this in some basil soup.
Oh, thank you.
It was too chilly for my wife and I. It's
I appreciate
freshly
that.
made. It's too spicy.
All right, we got basil soup, guys. So stay tuned
2
for that.
potatoes. All right, brother. Thank you.
So when you open up the back shell, you'll notice there's 3 wires or 4 wires. On the left side, actually, there's 4 wires coming out of the left wire harness. There's 2 grounds, 1 running, and 1 turn signal flasher. Okay, so remove it, cut the terminal ends, which they'll be kind of like a bullet style. Okay, so now you no longer need this, but you can keep it for something. Circling back on that butt splice, so now it's melted. It's strong. Let's see what's gonna break first, butt splice or the wire. Okay, well the wire broke. Not surprised, but these are time savers, and I really like them. So I like these. You may not. You might want to do it by hand. I don't care, but this works and it's quick and dirty. So here's the harness. There's a butt splice right here under this, and I use this Tessa tape that I mentioned before, and this is exterior Tessa tape. So this is the same tape that Mercedes uses, and it's incredible. Gives you that factory look. So basically, you can just pick up anywhere you left off and wrap it all the way. I like to use my snips. You can finish that, wrap it down your own. Okay, so I extended the harness just for ease of on and off, my personal reasons. Added the quick disconnect, and then got to the tail lights. Now in this tail light, I use the Mercedes tail lights, but then I also use an LED bulb. Okay, the little bulb's there just for looks. I'm not even gonna use it, so let me show you. I don't need it. With these 3 wires, 1 ground, 1 running, and 1 flash, you're gonna be able to run your emergency lights, your parking light, flash, turn signal flasher, and really that's all you need for this setup. So 1 wire is for ground, the ground is inside, and then you have 2 posts right here, 1 for the running, 1 for the flashing. The most important thing is to figure out which one is the low voltage coming onto the running lights. So when you do put the flasher on, it'll be brighter than your running, so you can actually see a flash. It took me a minute to figure that out because I assumed they're the same voltage, but they're not. So again, it's 50-50. Try one, try the other. Use the running light, and you'll figure out which post is for running, which post is for flashing. Or maybe the light bulb is different ohms. Feel free to ask the question. So now we have 3 wires going to the tail light, turn signal assembly. First of all, it's going to be the parking light, left parking light. Make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, I think so. Right parking light. Okay, it's working great. And then the off position. Bag's connected. On this one, you can. Here's the running lights. And here's the flasher. Okay. Only thing that's left is the turn signals. The turn signals don't work unless you have key turn. Here we go. Here's the left, off, right. Okay, and that's it. You don't have to overthink it. This is as easy as it gets to setting up your front turn signals, parking lights, emergency flashers, and running lights. 3 wires. That's it. Now, what do you do with the rest of them? For example, the side marker, we're just going to remove it and just tuck it away. I don't want to cut it yet because you just never know if you need to use it for something else. So no harm, no foul. Just tuck it away nicely, zip tie, pull zip ties, and it's black, and it's out of the way. It's really all it needs. And we'll just repurpose it later for some other things. Honestly, that's it. And we'll do the same for the fog lights. The fog lights you might want to reuse if you decide to put fog lights, functional or decorative. This is on this side also. This is the ambient temperature sensor, so just zip tie it out of the way. And then the reason why I like these snips, they're super clean and get really tight against the zip ties. Cut them. I'll replace these with black zip ties just for looks. Here's the horn from prior, and I'll take the plug off, and again, just zip tie away. Try to reuse the wires from the car. The wires on there. You know, you're not gonna get color coordinated. Something you have to get over, and don't worry about it. If you're doing the electrical yourself. Okay. Okay. So now everything's nice and tidy. One harness for the turn signals, and the next video will be about the headlights, which is this pigtail. As you can see, that dramatically changed our harness. And then this will be a good investment for this project as well. So if you're not sure which is which, you can always label them over here. In the event that you need to take these out and you forget which is which, you can. It'll be nice. It's a nice touch. Don't have to, but Anyway, hope you like this tutorial, and then I'll finish wrapping this up with the Tessa tape, and then keep it from getting away. This looks like maybe the lights for the license plate. Okay, not sure I'm gonna use it or not, but it's there now. So another piece of the harness to another pigtail to worry about. All right, guys. Till next time.